The El Paso Walmart shooting. The El Paso Walmart shooting on August 3, 2019, is one of the deadliest mass shootings in modern American history. The attack, carried out by a lone gunman targeting Hispanic people, resulted in the deaths of 23 individuals and left dozens more injured. The incident not only highlighted the persistent issues of gun violence and domestic terrorism but also brought attention to the rising threat of white supremacist ideology in the United States. Background: El Paso, Texas, is a border city with a significant Hispanic population, known for its cultural diversity and strong sense of community. The Chela Vista Walmart, located near the U.S.-Mexico border, was bustling with shoppers that day, many of whom were preparing for the upcoming school year. The attack. On the morning of August 3, 2019, Patrick Crucius, a 21-year-old from Allen, Texas, drove over 600 miles to El Paso with the intent to carry out a mass shooting. Crucius entered the Walmart supercenter armed with a semi-automatic rifle and opened fire indiscriminately. Witnesses reported scenes of chaos and terror as shoppers and employees attempted to flee or hide from the gunfire. Crucius walked through the store and the parking lot, targeting people he believed to be Hispanic. The attack lasted approximately 6 minutes before Crucius exited the store. He subsequently surrendered to law enforcement without resistance, admitting that he was the shooter. Manifesto and motive. Shortly before the attack, Crucius allegedly posted a manifesto online, which outlined his racist and anti-immigrant beliefs. The document expressed support for the Christchurch mosque shootings in New Zealand earlier that year and echoed sentiments of white nationalist and xenophobic ideology. In the manifesto, Crucius stated that his attack was a response to what he perceived as an invasion of Hispanic immigrants into the United States, reflecting his belief in the Great Replacement theory, a conspiracy theory suggesting that non-white populations are replacing white populations. Victims. The shooting claimed the lives of 23 individuals, ranging in age from 15 to 90. The victims included both U.S. citizens and Mexican nationals, reflecting the close ties between the communities on both sides of the border. The attack left 23 others injured, some with life-altering injuries. The sheer scale of the tragedy and the targeting of a specific ethnic group sent shockwaves through the local community and the nation. Legal proceedings. Patrick Crucius was arrested and charged with capital murder and other crimes. He pleaded not guilty to the charges. Given the nature of the crime, federal authorities pursued hate crime charges and potential domestic terrorism charges against Crucius. The case has been closely watched as it moves through the legal system, with Crucius facing the possibility of the death penalty if convicted. Response and impact. The El Paso shooting prompted a wide range of responses from political leaders, law enforcement, and the public. President Donald Trump and other officials condemned the attack and visited El Paso to offer support to the victims and their families. The incident reignited debates over gun control, with renewed calls for measures such as universal background checks, red flag laws, and restrictions on high-capacity magazines and assault-style weapons. The shooting also drew attention to the rising threat of white supremacist violence in the United States. The FBI and other agencies emphasize the importance of addressing domestic terrorism and the spread of extremist ideologies, particularly those propagated online. In the aftermath of the attack, the El Paso community demonstrated remarkable resilience and solidarity. Vigils, memorials, and fundraising efforts were organized to support the victims and their families. The city rallied together, emphasizing unity and rejecting the hate that motivated the attack. Legislative and policy changes. The El Paso shooting, along with other mass shootings around the same time, including the Dayton, Ohio, shooting, spurred legislative efforts at both the state and federal levels. Some states enacted stricter gun control measures, while federal lawmakers introduced various bills aimed at curbing gun violence and addressing domestic terrorism. However, significant legislative changes at the federal level remained a contentious and unresolved issue. Conclusion. As we explore the El Paso Walmart shooting on True Crime, we will delve into the detailed timeline of events, the investigation, and the broader societal implications of this horrific act of violence. Join us as we examine the evidence, the impact on the community, and the ongoing efforts to address the root causes of such attacks. The story of the El Paso shooting serves as a poignant reminder of the urgent need to combat hate, extremism, and gun violence in order to build a safer and more inclusive society.